week, which we're calling this week launch week. So we are thrilled. For those of you that are new, that are just brand new, or just, maybe just enrolled recently, or maybe you're just thinking about joining and you're here to see what we're all about, we welcome you, and we're going to do a quick business overview. My name is Brendan Kenny. I'm going to be sharing some information with you. And then we're going to dive right into launch week. This is our special week where we've all been coming out of a pre-launch. We pre-launched for a little better half of a month and a half here, and we are ready to make this one of the largest energy supply companies ever to existed. And so when we met with the CEO a little over 6 months ago, that was actually the plan. The vision was, hey, I'm going to create the CEO that you're going to meet tonight said, I'm going to create a platform that's different in the retail energy space, that's going to create a platform that's going to do so much good for the consumer. And because of that, we are going to be the largest energy supply company ever to be in this space. We're going to break all the records in the industry. And I want you guys to help me run that. And so we couldn't jump and wait to get into the opportunity, but here we are. We're officially here. So I'm going to shift over, kind of share my screen and go over some information. Obviously, this is going to be quick because we do want to get to the CEO and hear the big rollout plan for the week. But hopefully, Jim, you're my back office. I want to make sure you can see my screen and you can hear me, Jim, right?
You're good. You're good.
Awesome. So everyone, welcome to Think Energy. Obviously, it's an income opportunity. And the gentleman I was telling you about, Michael Fallquist, who's our special guest tonight, we have an incredible history with Michael. We love Michael because we were with him in the end of 2000s, 2009, 2010. He introduced us to the energy retail space, and with a little company called Viridian Energy. And my brothers and I became very successful with Michael over the course of the next, decade. And, what's interesting with Michael is when we traveled the world with him, we made millions of dollars. His company created a platform that was just introducing renewable energy to the retail energy space. And, for us, when that came to an end, we never felt like it was ever going to end because Michael was young enough and we knew he was an innovative CEO. And it just so happens that here we are finishing out what we started. And for me and our family, we would love this to be the last thing that we're involved with as we go into our retirement ages. But, for anyone that's here, Michael has had tremendous experience in the retail energy space. And, the first thing that Michael did when he built Think Energy in this platform is to surround himself with just the most talented people in the industry. Christian McCarthy, Roop, these are people that he's built with in the past. He trusts, they're loyal to him. They're just incredible what they do. Christian buys and procures energy. Roop does the chief financial officer of the company. And then Michael brought in some talent, John Breitbart, who's the vice president of the communications, and then Brad Tales with 30 plus years in relationship marketing, which is the marketing arm that we're going to launch Think Energy with, which is why we're all here today. So what is Think Energy? What did Michael create that's getting everyone here so excited about the retail energy space? First of all, in America, when we deregulated for energy supply, what happened was many states through deregulation give their residents a choice of where their energy comes from. And so just from the bare, who we are, what we do, when someone takes our product on, we're one of those choices that the government allows you to choose as a consumer. And if you don't choose where your energy is coming from, the state usually defaults you to the incumbent utility company. And that's called provider of last resort. So when Michael looked at that space, he said, listen, there's so much innovation that can be had in that space, but there's no companies doing anything innovative. And so Think Energy is about to change that, because Michael really is launching a technology company and using third-party energy supply as a way to really kind of increase a lot of the benefits for a consumer in that space. But one of the largest trends that's happening in America, and Michael's company is ready to take it on, is community solar. A lot of state-run programs now are building these huge solar farms, and the state incentivizes residents to support those farms. And in doing so, the state gives discounts off of their supply. And Michael's platform is going to help manage that for the customer and give that customer the maximum benefits of taking advantage of community solar. And what's nice is community solar that's different than rooftop solar is it's literally the consumer just has to really say, yeah, you can use my kilowatts to support a project that's being developed in the state. And then things get done behind the scenes. So for the customer, they're just doing the right thing, but they do get that benefit. And then the way we're going to manage the whole process is through an incredible app that Michael's building with its customer incentive program called the Free Energy Program, which empowers the customer to take control of their own energy cost. By referring other friends and family themselves, they have the opportunity to actually discount their electric supply. But more importantly, if they refer it enough, they can actually eliminate their electric supply. And electric supply, when you look at an electric bill, it makes up in most cases, half of the bill. So remember, the utilities make money delivering electricity to your house, but you, the consumer, have to choose where it comes from. And so when you add the supply and the delivery, supply makes up about 50% of that utility bill. And so we want to help as many customers enjoy free energy as possible. And so we're introducing the Free Energy Club, which you're going to hear a lot about through Michael's company and all the people that are going to communicate this every day. But just as simple how it works, when a customer joins and they get the ability to refer the other customers, as soon as they refer 3 customers, they'll get their first discount off their electric rate, which is 10%. If they then go on to continue referring and get up to 10 customers, that now will go to 40% off their rate. And then if they refer 20 customers, they're going to get an actual, their supply will be covered by Think Energy. And Michael does have a cap of $2,000 per year per residential home. But I can tell you that the majority of homes, and I want to say 85, 90% of homes, use less than 2,000 or right around 2,000 or between 1,500 and 2,000. So they're really going to get tremendous value from that energy program. And so when Michael launches this week, what you're going to see is as this company starts to really get momentum, we're going to introduce community solar halfway through the year, which is just giving that customer another chance to get discounts off of their electric bill. And then what Michael is so proud of is his technology called Proton, which he's going to get into a lot more detail on the roadshow about how we can share savings with customers with smart meter markets, where his software can do things that are really innovative in the space and really benefit your customers. And so let's talk about like a real live example. And this, by the way, this is based off of pricing from last week. Michael might even be able to share with everyone tonight some of the things you can look forward to in terms of what states and what we're doing. But this is just an example so everyone can understand how this program works for the consumer. Listen, Think Energy knows that right now the energy markets are very volatile. There's things happening across this world that are making the prices of energy going up and down and a lot more up. And so there's a term called backwardating in electricity, where there's great times to offer long-term fixed stable pricing for consumers to take the volatility out of it. And so we're going to go into most markets with a 3 and a 5 year fixed rate term, which is very competitive right from the start, which gives maximum value to that customer. But here's kind of, one of the markets that I can refer to, but, we're going into a lot of markets this week, but Com Edison in Illinois is a great example. They have a utility rate of, if you haven't made a choice and you're with the utility, you're paying 0.0979 cents per kilowatt. And Think Energy will launch with a 3 year fixed at 0.0929, which is below the utility. But I think it might even be better. Maybe Michael can shed some light on that today. But just show how the program works. When community solar becomes available in Illinois and that consumer can opt in to take advantage of community solar, look at what that rate discount gives to the rate. So all of a sudden that rate, when you do all the math, it starts to make sense because it's lowering that because of the state discount. Now you're at 0.0879. Remember, you're locked in for 3 years with an incredible value from the start. But then that customer refers 3 customers and they get their first 10% break off the Free Energy Club. Now look at this. The value 0.0789 over the course of 3 or 5 years, depending on what choice the customer decides to go with. That customer gets up to 10 referrals. Now they're at 0.4 cents per kilowatt in Illinois for 3 or 5 years. And if that customer continues to get to 20 customers, now they're not paying a supply charge. Think about the value of that for your friends and family when we're in a life right now where inflation is high, people can't pay their bills, and you're giving every customer the opportunity to take control of their own costs. But I told you that Michael, who's our CEO, what he does best is he understands energy and how to procure it and how to get the most value for our customers. This is just an example of a slide he showed us last month that shows what pricing natural gas is right now based on the Henry Hub natural gas futures. And this is for companies buying energy in the future. You can see that there's a lot of market volatility when you go out 1, 2, 3 years because of the way things are being done in America. We're transitioning as a country over to from fossil fuels to renewables. And that in that short term, 3 to 5 years, there's going to be a lot of market volatility. Not to mention there's a war going on, and Europe is buying energy from our country as more than they've ever done. So there's things that are happening in the energy space that's creating instability. So when you look at that bottom line there, that 3 to 5 year fixed rate, look at the value that gives that consumer over the course of 3 to 5 years. And that's what we're really excited about at Think Energy to launch that. Now, listen, you can hear it from me, or you can go to some of your local utilities. Listen, in California, they had the worst spike in natural gas ever. I mean, recorded history last month. But here's Central Hudson right here in New York. That, you know, they sent an email out to their customers saying, hey, don't yell at us for the energy costs going up and down. It's market volatility. Everything I just told you is detailed in the letter that they sent their customers. But then they go on to say, hey, you may want to investigate a fixed rate option because it can serve as protection against market volatility and price spikes. This is what the utilities telling their customers to do. So here we go. Launch week, Think Energy. All 500, and there was probably another 500 that couldn't make it into the meeting. But these are the states that we're going to be going live in as we launch this company this week, when we're so proud of all the work we've done to get to this point. But look at all the states that we're going to be offering competitive long-term fixed rates in. And so, you know, that's just the beginning. But as we start to expand, we're going in Texas later this year. We're going to be in natural gas. That'll be another product suite that we launch. This company, like I said, has a goal to be the largest energy company in the supply business that has ever been created. And in full disclosure, as I talk a little bit about the compensation plan, which I won't spend too much time on here because we want to get to the CEO as he shares his plans for the launch week. But hey, listen, with anything, it's in full disclosure, there's nothing that's guaranteed here for anybody that's on this call. You may join this company and make zero money because you didn't refer a customer to the platform or you didn't introduce the business to anybody. So be aware of that. But I also will tell you that you can make life-changing income for you, your family, or whoever else, or whatever you're doing in your life. This could be one of the greatest additional income streams you've ever brought into your life based on some of the things that we have in this compensation plan. And when Michael was building this plan with Brad Tales, who you guys will all meet this week as he'll be the corporate executive later on this week, the number one goal was to create a compensation plan that benefited people that are doing the work, meaning the people that are enrolling customers, but more so to benefit the ones that are helping build teams as well, and training and helping make big teams. And a huge part of this compensation plan is in team income. So there's great personal income, and then you marry that with great team income, and you have a recipe for one of the greatest compensation plans that's going to make history in the marketplace. But just to keep it simple, there are 9 ranks that you can achieve at Think Energy, with the top rank of the company will be senior partner, 50,000 team customers, and 24 personal customers. That's the requirement. Now, I will tell you, if you hit any rank in this company, you will get a cash bonus. In the beginning, their bonuses are doubled if you do them in a certain period of time. But as you can see, if you make it to the highest rank of the company, when you make it to the highest rank of the company, you will have earned $85,000 in rank advancement bonuses. And as you move up the ranks at our company, you open up more and more level pay, which is basically paid when a customer pays their electric bill on Think Energy supply rate. And by the way, customers pay their electric bill every month. A little piece of that goes into what we call level pay. And you can see from this diagram that it starts out as a regional energy advisor. That's someone that just signed up for the company. They have 3 levels of residual at 20 cents per level. And then you can see it goes all the way up to $1.50 once you reach the customers in level 10. Now, if that wasn't exciting enough, listen, there's coded bonuses that we're doing a compensation video that explains in detail. But on this slide, I just want you to be aware that if you're joining our company and later on this week when we go live in our launch and customers can start taking advantage of our service, every customer that goes to your personal website and actually enrolls on one of our service plans, you, the consultant that owns that site that the customer went to, would get $20 for every electric customer that does that. Now, when community solar is available in the markets that are available with community solar, and that community solar, that customer opts into community solar, an additional $60 in commission will get paid to the enroller of that customer. But you can also see, depending on where you are in the company and how far up the ranks you make it based on your efforts, that you can earn a lot of what we call coded bonuses for any one of your teammates that are bringing on new customers. Okay. And you can see it starts from $1 to $2, and all those bonuses get paid depending on what rank you're at. Very, very exciting. And not only does it get paid weekly on what we call the customer acquisition bonuses, because that's all paid weekly when a customer comes onto the system. But when that customer's on the system now paying their electric bill every month, you get depending on where you are in the company, you can earn a coded residual bonus. It starts at 5 cents over in the left, and you can see 10 cents. Listen, if you're the highest rank of this company, so let's say you were a senior partner a year from now, you go into Texas, you're a senior partner, and you bring on someone brand new, and that new person goes out and gets a customer, then you actually get all these bonuses that are on this screen in terms of residual. These are coded bonuses. Super exciting. Now, as you move up the ranks, once you reach the partner ranks in the company, Michael has a part of this compensation plan. It's like a profit sharing part, where he's willing to put a certain dollar amount for every electric customer and every community solar into a pool of money. And at the end of each month, he'll flush it out to the shareholders, and you earn shares by getting to these ranks of partner and above. And listen, we're starting this journey, and there's probably a reason why there's 500 people in here. We're starting this journey with an incentive trip, and Michael and the company have a lot to say about this as the week goes on. But I will tell you that the qualification to earn an all expense paid trip to get on this trip, and Michael's going to announce the trip later on this week, and where we're going, but you need to be a director. So no, the requirements to be a director are 8 personal customers. So 8 personal customers and 500 team customers. So if you have those 2 requirements before 90 days expires, you'll earn yourself a all expense paid trip to a beautiful place that we're going to find out later. And listen, we're still officially we're at a pre-launch, but we're extending the pre-launch offer for enrollment. It's a one-time $99 to get set up with our company. That gets you a website, all the marketing materials, the training docs. It's just an amazing value, but it's only $99. Will last through February 15th, and then it goes up to $129. That'll be our standard rate going forward. There is no monthly fees to run your business. It's just a one-time $99 to get started. So we're hitting the road. Michael Fallquist and the team, all of us we can't wait to get into a city near you. We're starting our campaign in Providence. Michael Fallquist, our CEO, will be at many of these events. The first 4 I know he will personally be at, because I talked to him the other day. So Providence, for anyone in the Providence or Rhode Island, Connecticut area, you're going to want to pile drive next Monday night, as we all the events and the locations are listed in our Facebook page group, but they're also listed in your back office in your calendar. So when you enroll as a consultant or energy advisor with our company, we have a calendar system where you can actually see all the events and all the locations. We'll be in Portsmouth, New Hampshire 2 days later on the 15th. And then we finish it off in the greater Boston area and the Natick area on the 16th, which will be probably our biggest crowd, because everyone's that'll pull from everywhere. But then the following week, we could go to Albany, Scranton. We just added a White Plains for the 23rd. And then we're going to Illinois for our good friends out there in Chicago and beyond in the Midwest. We can't wait to get out there. We're going to be 2 nights, the 28th and the 2nd, with a hotel conference room in the middle on that Wednesday, where all the leaders of the company will be there to meet all of your prospects and make them feel great about being part of Think Energy. So that's coming. That's called the Big Road Tour. So get back with the person. If you are a guest here tonight, learning about what we do, before I transition into meeting our CEO who created this incredible platform, get back with the person and they'll share with you their link and get started and get yourself enrolled with our company and start this journey with all of us. So with that, I'm going to kind of come off. That is the overview. As you can see, I kind of wanted to be brief with that because we have a special guest, obviously, tonight. As you know, I transition. I got to find Michael because there's 500 people on here, and we got to go through. My brother Jimmy's going to find him, I think. Right? Is that the plan? But I will tell you that, you know, before I bring on our CEO Michael, it's just a quick story. When I was young, I was in I want to say I was 40 some years old, and I had just come out of a career where I was falling apart because the company that I was with sold, and they decided to run the channel that I was involved with down. They got rid of it. And so we were trying to redefine ourselves as entrepreneurs. And we came across this little company, Viridian, that Michael was the CEO of. And I'll never forget when I first heard about it, and I saw the pitch like tonight, like I just shared with you tonight, I got pitched Viridian. And I was making that decision on, do I, is this going to be the right path for me and my family to get involved with this company? And I'll never forget, the next day after I saw the pitch, I got a special invite from the company saying that Michael Fallquist was going to be the guest speaker in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Now I was in Maryland. And for any of you that don't know Allentown, Pennsylvania, it's like one highway to get there in Pennsylvania. And if you miss the exit, you got to go like 30 miles because there's no way you can turn around. There's no ways, there's no exits or anything like that. You can't even cut through the grass. So I'm going to Pennsylvania to meet Michael for the first time because I was dying to see what was this CEO, what did he build? I heard the pitch, but I wanted to meet him. And so I missed the exit. And I'm like on time. I'm like, okay, it's no big deal. I'll only be a couple minutes late. But then I kept going and driving. When you know what that anxiety gets to, where you're like, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to turn around. I might as well just write this off. But as it just so happened that someone who invited me there gave me the wrong time. So I was early. So I ended up getting back and I get there. And there was about 200 people in that room. And I met Michael for the first time. I didn't meet him really. I just said hello to him. And then he was the presenter. And I will listen, in full disclosure, what made that night special for me, and Michael will laugh at this because Michael is a pretty intense energy guy. And at that meeting, he was basically educating a crowd of entrepreneurs that were MLM people. And, I'm sitting in the back room and I'm watching everything around me. And 80% of the room, Mike, he's on the screen now, they had fallen asleep during his presentation. so I was like, but for me, that was probably the most exciting part of the day because they had fallen asleep and I actually was paying attention to everything he was saying. And I left that meeting and I went home to my wife and I said, Margaret, I think we found the greatest opportunity on the planet, not for anything more than because Michael actually delivered the most intelligent educational platform about retail energy. And for me, that excited me because I knew that I could be who I was because he built something and he had a vision to take this company really far. But that same vision is now times 10 where we are today because he's only gotten stronger and better over the last decade. And what he built with you, for all of you that are here, and like I said, I apologize for those that couldn't make this because we maxed out our 500. Listen, I want to introduce you to our CEO. And Michael, I know you've got a big plan for this company. And I know that for the next 10 minutes, you're kind of going to share with everybody some of the strategies you guys have for what we're calling, not Shark Week, but we're calling it Launch Week for Think Energy. So welcome to our call tonight, Michael. We're thrilled to have you on, bud.
Thanks, Brendan. By the way, it is so fun to hear you talk about backwardated curves. I mean, most people don't get very excited about that, but after our long relationship together, you articulated it quite well. I may step aside in my role and let you do that for me going forward. No, it is awesome to be here. I am so excited for Launch Week. I mean, this has been a long time coming. Brendan kind of told the story, but so I raised $100 million from Oak Tree Capital back in November of last year. And the whole thesis for what we were building was taking technology to really revolutionize and change retail energy, right? Because for people who have been with retail energy companies before and MLMs, right, the ability to deliver value to consumers month over month, year after year, quarter after quarter, it's really hard, right? Because you're just buying commodities versus the utility. And so, for us, it was about how do we leverage technology? How does technology unlock value through product that no one else can do? And so we raised the money, we had the technology, a proprietary billing platform, and, we were off the races and we were trying to buy a platform to get into the business. Our product strategy kept evolving and I called the Kennys in March. And, the Kennys, we've had a great relationship, right? They made a lot of money. They were some of the most successful Viridian associates. There were people who I, consider my family as they welcomed me into theirs. And I called them and I knew, they were all about community solar at the time. And I brought him up to Connecticut to meet with myself and Christian, and hear the vision for what we wanted to create. And it was something totally different. And I know Jim would tell you, and I'm sure Brendan and Ed the same, would say I was coming to see Michael and have a glass of wine, a couple drinks, and a nice dinner, and that's what I was into. And that March get together really set this all in motion. And it's here. It's finally here. We're at a point where EA enrollments are now live, so we can really start building our network of people. Launch week has night after night on this. You're going to hear different speakers tomorrow night. John Breitbart, who's our vice president of communications, he's going to be on the call. He's going to have a member of his team on the call who we're going to introduce you to as well. She's just absolutely fantastic. Wednesday, you've got Brad Tales, who's our SVP of Think Plus. He'll be on. He's going to be bringing a bunch of his EA support people on that call as well. And then we're driving to Thursday. Thursday is the big release reveal. Thursday, we got a lot of fun stuff planned. So you're going to have to check out your emails you get, because you're going to have an opportunity to win some things. And it's just going to be an absolutely fantastic evening as we kick off into Friday, which is the day we've all been waiting for. We're talking about, breaking records. I like to tell people that I've rated it took me 6 months to get 500 people. And, obviously we're things a lot faster here, which is really exciting. But, I think what's driving the excitement, I think the comp plan is obviously great. Brad Tales is the architect of that, did a fantastic job. He took the coded comp plan, and what he did is he made it, cured the deficiencies that existed in it and made it to something that is, lots of people can earn. It's fair, it's rewarding. And so, that is absolutely fantastic. But I think what's really driving the excitement is the product. And it's the fact that what we're building here is not short term. Everything we're doing is so in next year and 3 years and 5 years and 10 years, right? This is an opportunity that you guys are building, you're earning from, and you're proud to be a part of. And that's why when you hear me talk about the product, right, we all, as I said, the energy industry is hard and it's hard to beat the utility. So you have to do something different. And how we think about the world is really simple, right? We've got long-term price certainty. So your customers get fixed rates time, month over month, year over year. So competitive with the market prices, sometimes they be above, sometimes it's going to be below the utility. But what's really powerful about what we have are the ways that a customer can really take control and lower their energy costs. It's the Free Energy Club. It's the integration of community solar, which Brendan talked about. And, coming in 2024, it's going to be technology. And that technology is just going to unlock a tremendous amount of value for consumers beyond, right, the standard retail product. And that technology is not only going to unlock that value, but it's going to open additional markets for us as well. So I know a lot of you got the Think Plus email, which outlines stuff, but today we issued a press release. So it's really exciting. It was, we've been working on rebranding the Think Energy site. If you've been on it before today, you were probably underwhelmed. But we announced, Brendan, I wonder if I can share my screen here. Let me see.
Let's see. I'll make you the co-host. I think I can do that.
Thanks, buddy.
You got it. Yeah, share away.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, here was the press release we issued, which is, something that lays out kind of our Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing at the moment. Can you see that, Brendan, or no?
Yeah, I can see it. Yep.
Great. The press release?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this press release issued on PR Newswire, if you haven't taken a look at it, take a look at it. It lays out kind of our vision for how we think about the positioning in the marketplace of Think Energy and the role that Think Plus is going to take in really building it for us. But the key thing is just around the value proposition, right? and how we think about it's tied to both renewable energy and then how we talk about how that unlocks value for our consumers. But what's really exciting is the rebrand of Think Energy. Our team did an absolutely fantastic job. I encourage you to go to the website, even though we're not allowing customer enrollments through energy advisors until Friday. Go to the website, familiarize yourself with it, because it's all about understanding the value proposition that we bring to the table. I think there's just some really neat elements to it, just both in terms of kind of the core 4 value propositions that exist. If you do want to have a sneak preview of what's happening with rates, the rates are all live on the website. So while the rate sheet's not coming out till Wednesday, spoiler alert, you can put in your zip code, and I will put in a Chicago zip code because Brendan showed a rate, and I kind of like being a good news guy. And so I'm just going to choose a Chicago. Oh, no. Whoa. Oh, no. Did I not choose? 290. I thought I had a Chicago zip code. Sorry, we're going to have to try that again.
Michael, 60638.
Say thank you, Mike. 60638.
Yeah, 60638.
All right, there you go. There we go. I just want to be a good news guy, Brendan. And
Wow.
I just want to show you, so screaming good rates, but
fantastic.
Simple, clean experience that's easy for the consumer. So couldn't be more excited about how the team put this together and built this. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is the Free Energy Club. So for those of you who are customers, you don't have to wait till Friday to start referring people through the Free Energy Club. You can do it today because it's all up and running. I will just quickly show it to you because, again, the position around the Free Energy Club is that if you're a customer, you're a member, you're in the club, right? Take advantage of the benefits, start earning today. And so click here. Let me just quickly so everybody's going to have this login. It's built in React app, so it's easy on the phone. It's intended to be used on the phone. But what it does is every time you log in, you just quickly give your email. You put in your email, and then you basically get a code, simple code that you put in. So this is how we authenticate that it's your account. So what you'll find in the enrollment, every customer has to have a valid email address, and that's how they access the Free Energy Club program. But this is the experience that's waiting for you on the other side. Like, guys, this is so cool. This is so simple. It did not like my access code, so we're gonna have to resend that. Hold on, can I grab an old one? All right. So this is the experience, guys. Super easy, super simple. You basically you go in, put in, Brendan, what's your email address?
Kenny.
Kenny.
teamv.com.
There you go. All right. So now you just tell. So I could that's all I got to do. Quickly.
Wait, it's bkennyteamv@gmail.com.
There you go. Well, we're going to try that again because that did not go to you.
No, not yet. I don't know who that went to, but they're getting free. They're probably going to be getting free energy pretty soon because
bkennyteamv, is that right?
Yeah, yep, at gmail.com. Yep.
All right. So I'm going to not only invite that guy who's got invited, but I'm going to invite you. It's as simple as this, guys. Now, Brendan, take over the screen and open that email up.
All right. Let's see. I gotta go to my emails. Let's see what it looks like.
This is when you don't plan something in advance and you make someone do it in real time. All right.
Is this it?
There it is. Click on it. Open that bad boy.
Let's see what it looks like. It's going slow here. Let's see. It's loading. Whoa. Hey, look at that.
Hey, you got to help. Hey, help me earn free electricity. All right.
Wow, look at that. That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
Simple, easy. This email is going to go out to your customers. You fulfill 5 at a time. You send them out. Yeah, so
just click there to get it, and that's it.
yep, takes you straight to the cart, and then you're basically tied to my.
Oh, I'm like beyond
And
impressed.
so as you go back through the portal, if you go back to the portal where I'm at, as soon as you say, I'll take control again.
Yeah.
All right, so go back to my portal. So go back to the portal here. As soon as you enroll, these statuses will be constantly updated. And again, this is V1 of it. But guys, this is just the beginning, right? This is the launch pad of kind of how we're going to take technology and how we're going to change this industry and how we are going to give your customers not only fair, competitive fixed rates, but we're going to give them the tools to lower their rate. And, as you take Brendan's example earlier, like if you're a customer in ComEd, if you're talking to a customer in ComEd, you should teach them how to do this because they're going to take their 8.9 down to an 8. And, the other cool thing about this is it's actually not your rate, actually you pay the utility never changes. What happens is you actually get every month you'll basically get you'll have a virtual payment wallet where you can either take it as cash or get it put into a gift card for you, whatever that equivalent amount you would have saved on your energy bill. So super exciting. It's launch week. Let's Brendan, that's all I got. I am just totally pumped. What started in March and has evolved to something that's awesome. I am so excited to see everybody on the road show. We're going to have a great show. We're going to obviously talk about the vision of the company. We're going to talk about technology. We're going to have in multiple stops, our vice president of community solar is going to be on the road. He's going to be talking about some of our projects we have. This is the beginning of something really special. So it's too bad we only had room for 500 on this call.
I know, but that's okay, Michael, because now it just gives us a reason to upgrade to 1,000. Thank you for that, because I do believe we would have had 1,000 on here tonight. And so going forward, as we build momentum towards Friday, we have to upgrade, because I want to. I mean, listen, if we can get unlimited access, that's what I'll go for. But Michael, this has been for anyone that's really here. I mean, this is my first time seeing what Michael's built, because obviously you want to deliver the package perfectly. I mean, it's close to perfect. There's going to be, we all know that nothing's going to be perfect. Things will happen, everybody. It's a new company, right? Things that we don't know because we haven't seen some of the different situations. So just be patient as we go through when it goes live. But from what I just saw right there, Michael, being in the industry and with your, in the retail energy space, we never had anything like that before. That was just, it didn't exist. But to have that, it's amazing what a decade will do in terms of technology and kind of where we are in this space. And I know that we put hundreds of thousands of customers in the old fashioned way, right? And, that was painful because some of the enrollment processes there were slow and that, it wasn't very smooth. Here we are in a situation where technology is our friend, like you did build this platform for that technology side of it and what we can do in the future. I can only imagine we're going to break records because of what you built. And for those of you that have energy experience that are on this call, many of you are, what you just witnessed is you're probably salivating saying, Michael, why are you waiting till Friday? Let's get rolling here. Let's get rolling. But we have a strategy. The whole strategy is to give you, first of all, everybody's got to get certified, right? So that's going to be a big part of this. You got to get trained to do this. You got to be certified because we want to make sure you're compliant. That's part of the process you'll have to do over the next day or two. Then every night we're going to just be delivering more and more goodies to everybody until the final Thursday, where that's the grand finale, where Michael and his team really kind of goes through the whole thing. So just from an expectations perspective, tomorrow night we'll always do a brief overview, but Thursday night we will not be doing an overview. So do not, at that point, really, it's all about the launch. And so try to get as many people on the system and enrolled so they can be part of that experience with you. Don't leave anybody behind, because that's going to be a special night. So, Michael, I want to say this has been an awesome 8:45, man. We did it. 45 minutes. You delivered 20 minutes of excitement there. I'm fired up, Mike. I don't know about you, man, but this is exciting times right ahead of us. So thank you for joining this call tonight. And we look forward to everybody having a great week. Everyone plug in now. Read your emails, plug in, get people on the system. Let's get this thing going so we can break our records early. So, Michael, thank you so much again tonight. Jim, thanks for helping out in the back office, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.